we might be live. What's going on, YouTube? Ed here with TGH, and guess what? I have the lovely
Cassis Critters here.
So we figured we're stuck at home because of this terrible coronavirus. And because we're stuck at home, we figured you're probably stuck at home. And if you're stuck at home, you might have a bunch of things you want to say. You might want to be a little upset about this virus thing. Hopefully you're washing your hands while you're upset. You know, you're not interacting with everybody. We're doing this social distancing. What is social distancing again?
It's basically keeping yourself away from large crowds of people to prevent the spread of disease. This has been declared by pretty much every state that y'all need to stay away from everybody.
Y'all need to stay away from everybody. That sounds about right. I think, off to the corner of my eye here, my boy KY Constrictors and Exotics is in here. Rob, how's it going? I love that logo, by the way. It's amazing. Elite Exotics. Oh my goodness, how are you? I haven't seen you since the last time we were at a show together and we were sharing that table right there. Much love to you. I hope the fam is doing well. Who else do we have in that? Oh, Tavion, the world of reptiles. Yes, much love.
Wiz Constrictors.
Wiz Constrictor, my boy, is in there. Oh my goodness. You guys, gals, dinosaurs, aliens, and reptilians alike are completely amazing. And I know it's probably extremely boring right now, unless you have a bunch of stuff to do, like duties and chores and such. Now, I got out of chores today. I kind of cheated. What did I do to cheat today?
You napped.
A what?
You napped.
I napped, guys. Yeah. And just so you know, my lovely fiance, Cass here, her voice is like this big. So if you need her to speak up a little bit, you got to tell her. Munson Burner in the house. That's what's going down. But yeah. LKB, how you doing? Mousy, yeah, you know, it's like that sometimes.
It'd be like that though.
So we wanted to go over some stuff today that we thought would be kind of fun. I got a little flash of me card here. Oh no, that's a
hey.
Wait,
we don't talk
Sim Pack.
We don't talk about that. My addiction to The Sims.
Sim Pack.
I have a problem.
I need a tiny living stuff pack.
Hey, you told me to write down all the packs I need, boy. Okay, your fault.
All right, so this is what we got right here. This is our Corona update. All right.
Coronavirus.
Yes, the coronavirus update.
Oh.
Seeing as though 46% of people that are affected, we're talking people that are having issues, not people that have just contracted. We're talking about people that are actually having the symptoms, that are being physically affected. 46% of them are under the age of what?
60.
Can you believe that?
Well, yeah, I'm highly susceptible, so.
And that has something to do with blood types too, guys. So,
yeah.
I mean, I didn't take that note. We should have jotted that down. But there are some blood type variations that could affect you a little bit more than others. We can actually do some research on this, seeing as though we have the laptop in front of us. So, all right, that's one thing that I thought we should, really, really talk about is people are thinking because they're younger that they're just going to get away with this, like, Scots free. It's not going to happen. Unless you got like the most super immune in the world, you're just not getting away with it, okay? So that's something that we are paying attention to, that people that are under the age of 60, almost half, guys, almost half of the people are being affected by that. So, yeah, and what are the different types? It's just that one right there?
So basically it more so specified the stark differences between type O blood and type A blood.
Okay.
Type A blood, obviously, I'm type A. So as I said, that I am more likely to get it and more likely to be severely affected by it.
Mm-hmm.
They notice that people who have type A blood just don't react as well to the virus in their system, and they do typically need to be hospitalized more likely, more commonly, and stuff like that. Whereas type O seems to be the most resistant, and they don't seem to have the effects that the virus is able to cause.
There you have it. So that is what we are catching so far. South Sound Snakes, much love, my friend. I hope you guys are all doing great. Let me see. Elite says I'm A+. LOL.
Same, hi. Basically, yeah, the virus is obviously going to go after, or not necessarily go after, it doesn't have a mind of its own, but it's more likely going to affect those with immune systems that are compromised in some sort of way. May that be a heart condition, a lung condition, or just something that makes it harder to fight off diseases. You're obviously going to be more affected by it. And hi.
So yeah, why hello there.
Hello.
It seems as though that is something that is really, really affecting people. Let me see. It looks about all 50 governors. The statement was 55 governors. After doing further research, it may have been a misspoken word there, but 50 governors for sure were asking for FEMA to take control of the situation. And as of right now, that is what is going down. FEMA is the big dog in charge. So they're looking into this really heavily. FEMA did make a statement somewhere along the lines here of it could have been linked to bats or snakes. So that was interesting. I'm going to keep looking into that myself there. So if you guys find any information, please pass that along.
To be honest, I think it was the bats.
It was probably, yeah. I mean,
Way more commonly carried.
there are more
zoonotic
people eating
diseases.
bats than anything else, and I think that could have been the cross contamination aspect of it. But who knows? There are some other studies saying that there was very similar to how we had issues before, where a pig gets it from one and from the other, and then it sits inside that one creature, it stews up, and then boom, it's able to be transmitted to others. All right. So there's some talk about the Defense Protection Act, or is that, oh, I'm sorry, Defense Production Act. And exactly what is that? Essentially, the Defense Protection Act is something where government can force the production of necessary items. So that's something that has already been enacted, but no action has been in place as of yet, right? Nothing has happened yet. So let me see, what else do I have here? We might be dealing with this. This is on the plus side. This is like a hopeful thinking. April to May is gonna be the peak or the hiatus of this virus. This is estimations. Obviously, nobody knows anything for sure, but there is a peak at this point. So that being said, I'm hoping that we all ride this out safely. And I mean, all of us. Let me see. All right. One of the best things I think is important is it's not just government we're depending on. We are depending on every great mind that can jump into this. And that includes the
private sector.
And that means they're working their butts off because obviously somebody wants to make a buck, right? But they're working their butts off to find out a method, if you will, because this cure thing is something that's blown me away. Essentially, there is no cure right now. There's just treatment. We're treating symptoms. And I don't want to be dependent on my symptoms being treated, still knowing that something is ravaging my body, my immune system. So yeah, hopefully the private sector can put something together that will save our butts. That being said, I hope you guys are doing good in your quarantine zone. What are you guys doing in your quarantine zone? Let's go ahead and jump in to the comments section right now. We're going to randomly pull out some comments, whichever one we can read. And yeah, we'll go ahead and address some of those questions. I know I haven't been around for almost 6+ months or so, but yeah, we've been busy, guys. We've been busy. Obviously, we're not really talking or showing much yet, but there is rodents behind us. There is racks behind us. We are in a very warm room right now. And we're doing that because there is, yeah, well, it's not too warm. We have the heater off right now, but it's warm in here for a very simple reason. We want to make sure that they're comfortable. So obviously it's cold outside. It's nice and warm in here. And yeah, it's kind of what we do. And we really appreciate all of those thumbs up. Yes, all those thumbs up there, because I see that there are a bunch of people here and we only got a few thumbs up. I know there's a problem with that counter there, and sometimes that happens, but we really appreciate you guys hitting that thumbs up. And if you're new here, show some love. This brings more people in to the live stream. I appreciate that. I see it just bouncing up right now, just going and going and going. That's amazing. Oh my goodness. It's just like bing, 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 bing. I love it. Herpers Hollow Row. Oh my goodness. And you know, we appreciate all you guys jumping in. Oh wait, is that Shelly in there? Is that all-time reptiles, ZTKs here? This is just blowing me away. All right, let's go ahead and read some of these questions here and see what we got.
It's not a whole lot of questions. It's more so them talking about what's been going on lately. It looks like ZTK unfortunately got laid off, I believe, if I'm reading the comments correctly.
Oh no, then all the employees are getting laid off. Yeah, that's something that's happening a lot. I mean,
damn.
Yeah,
I'm
it's really tough.
Sorry to hear that.
One of the things that is happening right now is I'm seeing people that are coming into the dispensaries. I work in a dispensary. I do security, as a lot of you know. Yep. And when they come into the dispensary on the downtimes, they tend to tell us what's going on. And a lot of people right now are kind of just riding this out. And that's what we can do. Honestly, it's hurting my heart to see some of the things that are going on, that people can't take care of their families because of the situation. Most people live check to check. And I know it's not easy on this household here, especially for, you know, some of you folks out there, like I myself, Cass and I, we have our setup here in this household. We have our bills and expenses and so on and so forth. But I also have 3 boys that are with Haiti that I also have to send money that way to make sure to support my boys, because that's what you're supposed to do. And these are the type of things that, you know, are easy to do when you're on top of, you know, going to work and so on and so forth. But when there's what they like to say an act of God, if something major occurs, then that can affect your income. And that's just me personally. She's bye. That's just me personally, from my understanding. But when I see other people that are having to deal with it and they're living check to check, and they may have a large family, and it's like zero income is coming in because they're warehouse employees, they may not be essential employees. That term right there, it's very difficult. I'm very lucky that I am doing security where I am right now, because that dispensary is considered essential medical. Oh my goodness. Thank you, California, for thinking the pot shop is essential.
Yes. Everybody needs their medication.
So because of that, bam, boom, I have no worries there. And yeah, basically seeing that type of thing is terrible. And, you know, I don't want to deal with it. You know, I don't want to have that heartache every day. So I just basically pass on some positive words, you know, give that positive vibe. And I come home and I tell the wifey all the stuff that happens at work. Let me see what we got here. Oh my goodness, Mother Elfin, you know, Heather is in the house. Yes, Heather is all the way up in New York. How's it going over there? They did a lockdown before us, right?
I'm not sure.
I believe they had lockdown before us.
I think like a day or two, maybe.
Whew, yes.
I also work from home, Tavion. I am a live-in caregiver, is I guess what it would be called. I work for my mom. She is essential employee. She is a nursing supervisor at a hospital, which, holy cow, that is scary. Because like I said, I am fairly susceptible, so that's a big spooky thing to have her come home to, especially when she's borrowing my car. But
right. We're gonna have to decontaminate the vehicle in a few days. But yeah, that's
gonna have to put her in a little steamer.
Right.
So here, just kill all the bacteria, please, because ew.
So yeah, that's something that's blowing my mind.
Yeah.
What is the deal with well, you know what? I want to play something that I found online. So I'm gonna kind of like set this stuff aside for ever so slightly of a moment. I seen this terrible clip online. We watched it together a little while ago. All right. I'm gonna go ahead and open it up in another